Hi, I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Tony Northrop.
And today we're going to be reviewing your portfolios.
So these are all portfolios that readers of our book, Stunning Digital Photography, have requested us to review. So if you want to participate, buy that book and send me an email to tony@northrop.org.
And all of these reviews are made possible by Squarespace. They're the all-in-one platform for creating a fast and easy portfolio or business website. And if you want to try them out, you can get your website for like 10% off, right?
If you use the coupon code portfolio. So go to squarespace.com/Tony, coupon code portfolio. If you decide to buy 14 days, no credit card required, just try it out. It's fun to do. And it's an important part of learning photography.
Okay, let's get started with Thomas Richter, Perfect Like Photography, and he's using the same template that I have for my portfolio.
Yeah.
It looks good, it's simple.
Yeah, so this seems to be a professional, like he's trying to get business, it looks like. He's got three common commercial types of photography: indoor, outdoor, and lingerie.
Let's go to...
You know, I'll say this picture definitely catches my eye. Like this looks like a really nice picture.
Yeah.
Like the lighting is really soft. The lighting over here actually seems kind of harsh.
Her pose in that thumbnail isn't flattering because her hand looks a bit contorted. With that crop, at least. Let's click on it and see.
Yeah, I even see like stray hairs there.
Yeah.
If this is going to be your lead picture, you should definitely polish it up a little bit. And as far as portraits go, this isn't a conventional portrait, do you think? Because her face, her expression seems almost stressed. I don't know if it's trying to be like a serious fashion picture.
It's kind of an artistic picture.
Yeah, it's not a traditional.
You know what I love about it is that
portrait.
it's very natural. I do like a lot of things about it. I think that the pose is just a little bit awkward.
Well, you want to lead with your very best
strongest
picture.
Let's go through a few of his pictures just to see.
These stray flyaways. I think that's a better picture. I think that's a better picture.
Oh.
Maybe it's a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
So a lot of these are kind of unconventional portraits. I think that's a beautiful picture.
Really
it's definitely
nice picture.
unconventional.
Yeah.
It's more of a conventional portrait. Again, kind of unconventional.
He has a lot of interesting, nice pictures. He has a lot of pictures, I noticed. Like I already feel like I don't want to look through them because there are so many of them, even though they're good. Oh, that's a nice picture of her, actually. That would have been a better one.
Yeah, I think that's the best picture in the set to lead with.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic portrait.
I still think that last one is the most appealing, but I would pare it down.
I feel like could be cut.
Some of the pictures are just a league above the rest.
Yeah.
It can be pared down. Let's check out another category.
That can be cut.
Yeah, that one could be cut.
Oh, I hit escape. I was just trying to go back, but
How dare
all right. Let's see if I can navigate back.
Work, maybe?
Outdoor portraits. All right, again, this should be the very best picture to lead with. I feel like that's a stronger picture. That's a nice picture. It's unusual outfit choice. That's a really strong picture. So
yeah, that's a beautiful picture.
I feel like this one could be cut. This is definitely a keeper. This is the first couples pictures I've seen, so you might want to include more of that. That's a good picture.
Do I recognize the same model and same setting?
Yeah, you want to mix it up a little bit.
So again, I think he has a lot of great pictures, but just too many.
That's a really nice picture. It's also very similar to that, though.
Yeah.
Might be a little too similar. The lack of eye contact's a little unusual there.
That one's not as strong as his other pictures.
That's a really good one.
Okay.
Okay, so we could pare those down a little bit. I just need to go back. Dare we check out the lingerie?
Oh, of course.
Too risque? All right.
No, I don't think so. In fact, I was drawn to it because this picture is tasteful, even though it's still a boudoir shot. We can see her bootay. And but it's blurred enough where it's not gross. Sometimes I see boudoir shots and people think they're sexy and they make me cringe. But this one's very tasteful.
I kind of want to crop her hand there, though. Like, that gets a little weird.
Okay. That one's tasteful, too. Right, those are nice.
Yeah, it's actually
I think you led with
fairly
the strongest
limited,
one.
but yeah, he's got 6 pictures in there, but I understand he's kind of building the portfolio, and none of them stand out as, not working. So that's good.
Here's a
So
blog.
the work link, dude.
Yeah, that's
same place, blog. Okay. Don't put the blog up until you have some content on your blog. You just have one thing saying I'm starting my blog, which is like the classic mistake.
Yeah, you just need a few more
take that link
entries.
down until you write like 2-3 things.
Yeah, keep it up to date. Otherwise, it seems like you give up on your website if it's not completely up to date.
Why would you call yourself an amateur photographer? I don't know. Maybe he's not trying to sell his work.
In different cultures, people are more humble, and I know that as Americans, we're kind of taught to be a little bit more boastful. I don't know if that's the same with the Germans, but I do know there are other countries where people are more humble.
I like this little collage.
That would be weird if I just looked at him and I was like, definitely German.
Stop by or get in touch. All right, he invites you to come right by his house, I guess. And he has his email there, so that's good. All right, nicely done. No music. Use Squarespace, our favorite hosting site.
It's nice and clean. It is easy to navigate too.
Let's make sure this goes to his Facebook.
Yeah, great Facebook.
Oh,
too.
but it's not.
What?
You have to add him as a friend. Like, this is a personal page and not. You should set up an actual Facebook page for your photography so we can just like it. Because it's oddly personal to add him as a friend, because then he can see like pictures of your lunch and stuff.
God forbid. Andy Hayball.
Andy Hayball. Oh, that's a great picture.
Yeah, that's a really great picture.
Oh, these are all good pictures.
Good pictures.
Music and portrait photographer
Wait,
in
Andy
Sweden.
Hayball. Why does that sound so familiar?
Well, he's in our readers group.
Cool, he has great pictures.
Yeah, this is something we usually don't like, which is an uncontrolled slideshow, though I think it stopped. Okay. Maybe it's not completely uncontrolled.
Andy, you have really good pictures. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, these are all great pictures. Okay, let's see what his portfolio. All right, 3 categories.
Music, fashion,
Music, fashion, and Sweden.
Let's go to Sweden.
I hate it when you can't control a slideshow.
Yeah,
I
me
need
too.
buttons. I want to be able to go back. I also feel like we saw those pictures already. Fashion. Yeah, so that's a pet peeve, is when we can't control the pace, because everybody has ADD now. In Sweden.
I do love Sweden. Those are nice.
They are nice, so I don't see how they fit into his portfolio. Also, there aren't too many of them. Music and portrait photographer, and then we just see kind of landscapes.
Yeah.
You might also just call it landscapes instead of Sweden.
I like that it was called Sweden.
I sure feel like the portfolio part is a professional thing. Like,
Yeah, he's
I would definitely hire him for these kinds of things, but he doesn't make it easy to hire him. I don't see a pricing page. He's got an About Me with a picture of him, which is good, and a contact page with an actual email address, but there's no pricing page, and people will want to hire you, so you should go ahead and put a pricing page on there. What do you think, journal?
Sure. Looks like he has a lot of entries.
Okay, so if there is a menu system, you want to make sure the menu itself can be clicked. And it's up to date, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool pictures, some sports pictures, some traditional portraits. You might even consider adding some traditional portraits to your portfolio. Get some work. You could probably take away search. I don't know who's going to search this.
All right.
So both our first 2 portfolios look pretty good.
Yeah, they were great.
I don't have any serious homework for any of them.
No.
Thomas should pare it down a little bit, but Andy, otherwise, for Andy, I think I'd just make it a little more professional, like put prices down and start to sell your services, because I think he's ready. Like, his music portraits were just great. Who is this? Well,
there's no name.
Yeah, I love these landscapes, but right away the URL doesn't tell me anything. Nag Rotte.
Let's go to contact.
Okay. We're just trying to figure out who you are. This also does not tell us who you are.
No, it doesn't say your name, but you give your phone number, and I would never call someone if I didn't know their name or see a picture of them or... Oh, here we go. Okay. So I don't know, do they want to be hired, or is this just like a fun page to kind of
I
show
think
off
this
his
is,
work?
yeah, it must just be if you are a professional, then you should put up a pricing page and, make
Well, not only that, he says that
clear.
his profession is IT, but this is a hobby, so.
Yeah. You have 2 navigation systems. There's this down here, and it's repeated up here. So we could just do with one of those, I think.
There are a lot of options right away. I'm a little bit
Yeah, I was
overwhelmed.
befuddled by the menu systems.
Colors of a temple. Let's go to that. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, wow. Well, you do have really nice shots, but it's extremely repetitive.
Yeah, these pictures are all the same.
I think I would have just picked the best 2 at most.
Yeah, and I don't know why this got its own menu system when his portfolio is over here.
Yeah.
So that's a little unusual.
It's a bit cluttered. Let's go into portfolio.
Yeah, so again, I can't click portfolio. I should be able to.
And there are a lot.
And then I'm presented with way too many options, and I'm not even familiar with all of these.
Yeah,
what do you
like
feel
streaks. I'm not really sure what it is. And
streaks. Okay, so I just went through the trouble. You gotta realize people don't have a lot of patience. So I know I just went like this and clicked something, but then I was rewarded with only 2 pictures. We gotta consolidate this a little bit, really narrow this down, and make sure these are terms we're familiar with, because we don't know what streaks is. Landscapes would be a good term. Night photography might be a better term.
Yeah.
What did I click on here?
Experiments and tricks.
Oh, that's another rich legacy. So again, we have a lot of repetitive pictures here. Like looking at these 3 pictures here look almost exactly the same. Just pick one.
He has a lot of great pictures, but I'm overwhelmed by the amount of pictures and menu options. So I think he just needs to
That's a beautiful picture.
cut a lot of them out. Which one?
Can we zoom in here?
Douale bouquet.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful. You know, his really nice
Gorgeous
pictures
light
are they kind of aren't so prominent because he has just too many.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the thumbnails aren't great either. Those 2 black and white thumbnails just aren't good. They're just taking up space.
Yeah, so as you're paring down your portfolio, think of the ones that have good thumbnails too, because that'll really attract some clicks. Elements.
He has good pictures here, but they're so repetitive. I see the same pier so many times that I'm bored with it. I see it and I'm bored with it and I can't focus on one picture. So I just pick your best picture of that pier.
Yeah, and look at all these categories under portfolio, and then there are even more, and these aren't any different. These are just more portfolio categories.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Texas is the same.
Too many pictures.
People love the hill country outside of Austin.
Too many pictures. We should make a song for people. That's hill country.
That's a nice picture. Yeah, it's like the most scenic thing within 5 hours of Austin. There are hills. There's some geography in Texas.
Oh.
I brought Chelsea to my hometown, Austin, Pflugerville, and
Very brown. All right, let's see.
imperfect.
I don't like the sound of that.
These are just a lot of categories. I don't know. It seems like you could just call this birds at a feeder.
I'm really overwhelmed by this one. And he has a lot of good pictures. That's the shame. He just needs to, He needs to,
Yeah, we gotta way pare that down. Just show your best stuff. Lead with your best, end with your second best.
What's this? Oh, that's his blog.
Is his blog.
Is it up to date?
No, he's only, it's not that old, but he's only got the 1 entry. So once you have like 10 entries, then I'd go ahead and add a menu item there. But
blogs are hard.
yeah. Okay. So Nag, your homework, trim that way down, consolidate those categories. Let's see, just a portfolio menu. Or you know what, drop the top level menus. Just give me 5 different categories, landscapes, portraits, something I'm familiar with, and 10 to 15 pictures in each. Just very few people are gonna sort through any fraction of those pictures. And what else? I guess those are the big things. There are great pictures in there.
Yes, they're
just hard to find.
It's really hard to choose your best pictures. I had Tony do it because sometimes you're biased, or I'll ask Justin, or I'll ask other people because they're kind of near and dear to me, so I need an outside perspective. Of course, there are pictures I love, and no matter what anyone says, I'll keep them up. But it's good to have someone tell you which pictures are just taking up space. Do we have another one? Rude fish. Rude fish.
This guy's a really rude fish.
His name is Rudy. Okay. It's a cool picture of Rudy. I just want to hang out with him because he looks like a great time. But I can't read all that. Let's go. Let's go into his menu.
All right.
Monochrome.
It's unusual not to start with your pictures because that's what kind of lures people in. But maybe he's just dragging people in. Maybe everybody knows Rudy.
Everybody knows Rudy. It's a good number of pictures.
Good number of pictures and good number of categories. Motorcycles, landscapes.
He's a man's man. Fine art.
That's really cute. Has he got a story here? All right, that's cool. You could buy prints.
You're buying Rudy's picture?
That's good. Let's see if his blog. I like the creative terms here because I feel like I can figure out what they are.
I know what they are. Critters.
There's no mystery.
Yeah.
They're a little different, but there's no mystery about it.
Rudy rambles. Oh my God. Rudy's a cutie. Let's click on it.
What? Oh, this?
No, Rudy rambles. The left. He has a blog.
Oh, that's what I just clicked.
Oh.
That's his blog, yeah.
Oh.
So there's not really many entries in here yet, but it's fairly new. He's still working on it.
Wait, what are we donating to?
He wants us to donate something?
To donate, what are we donating? Let's click on it.
Oh, to donate, click the button below. Please, everybody, give Rudy money. I don't know. I don't really know why.
I'm jealous. He's getting donations to fund his travels. That's what I want. Maybe we can forward his donations to me.
You can do that? You can just ask people to give you money to travel?
You can.
I thought you had to be like saving starving people or something. All right, I applaud you, Rudy. Good initiative. Okay, he's got some events.
Rudy's cool, man.
So Rudy's portfolio is very personal. It's kind of his collection of work.
Yeah.
I can see that, he's still kind of building up his portfolio, but he's done a good job of organizing it, which I think is a really important part of the learning process.
I like that he doesn't have too many pictures.
He's done a good job of paring it down. The categories make sense. So overall, I feel like it's in a pretty good place right now. And I don't know what feedback I'd have besides just keep learning, keep taking pictures.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see more. We could call Rudy right now.
Can we?
That'd be awesome.
Could we?
Dreamjar photography.
Dreamjar.
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 Well, see, up here it says Dreamjar. So there's a typo in your title. Dreamjar.
That's not good. It's not good.
Well, that's not a great URL either. Like, how do you send your friends there? Oh, you want to see my pictures? Yeah, just go to Amanda for yhvh.wix.com/dreamjar-photography.
You make a good point. I mean, that was a really harsh way to illustrate it, but it was a good one.
It's important to have, and this doesn't.
I see a rabberdoodle. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go to headshots. Home is just where we are. All right.
Okay, that's a good number of pictures.
Yeah,
12
that is.
pictures. Those all look pretty good.
Okay.
So these could be organized a little bit. Start with your best, end with your second best. And looking at the thumbnails, these are all good thumbnails. They're nice and tight. I would say this is the best.
And the last one, I think, is the second best.
Oh, really? I was going to say that was the second best. But yeah, that's right up there.
Yeah.
Okay, we can
that's
click
a nice
them and
picture.
they zoom in. But yeah, that's a nice picture.
Okay, family.
Family pictures.
Again, a good amount.
Yeah.
This person likes symmetrical things. Okay.
That picture could probably go. Lifestyle.
What's that mean? I think family and lifestyle are kind of similar.
Yeah, I don't see much.
Oh, they have pricing, so.
Okay. So I think we could. It depends. So, okay, there's pricing, so they're trying to be professional.
Yeah.
So and in that case, I don't see that the lifestyle page is going to sell anybody. I might actually move this over to the portraits, because that is a nice shot, and I love the natural lighting there, and especially nice and noise-free. Let's see what their pricing is like. Those are some good values.
Yeah, that's a value.
Yeah, which I applaud. And you've got sample pictures, so this is all done pretty well. So let's see.
There's some typos. Professional is misspelled. So just make sure you work that out.
Yeah, and these could be actual bullet points instead of asterisks.
Yeah. Asterisk seems sneaky.
That's what you do when you can't do any formatting. But on a website, you can do some formatting.
Okay.
All right. Actual email address there. People have figured that out. All right. And a picture of her.
She's cute. I like her.
And they tell you where they are. So let's get you an actual domain name. It costs like $8 a year. It doesn't cost much.
Yeah.
Squarespace can set you up with that automatically. You don't have to know anything about computers. You'll just pick a name for yourself. I bet Dreamjar.com is probably available.
I like that name.
Yeah, I like it too because it is easy to remember and it's probably not taken. Oh, you know what? They took this in the mirror, but they might want to flip it. Just because an icon is written on there. Or you could just erase an icon, but it feels backwards to us. So, speaking of Squarespace, our sponsors, I feel like, not to slam on Wix.com, we see a few Wix.com portfolios, but the Squarespace would have filled the entire screen here. It wouldn't have been in this little window.
I thought it seemed small.
Yeah.
And it has a little ad on the bottom. I don't think that the design...
Yeah, and even when you have your free trial going, you don't have to put up with that ad on the bottom. And you're not going to sell any clients if they know that you're using a free website. Like, this is a person who won't put in $8 a month into their business.
You're right, it doesn't look very professional. But I don't think the design is terrible. I actually think that the menu system is kind of nice. But I do agree that it's not as clean and as simple as Squarespace.
Yeah, well, the design's not bad, except that it's not scalable to the screen.
No, it's not scalable.
It's really tiny on the screen.
Yeah.
And, well, I would try it out on my mobile phone, except look at that URL. I'm not going to try to type that into my cell phone. Got to get a new URL. So Squarespace is our sponsor, but we just happen to love them as a hosting provider. And I have used more than a dozen different hosting providers, and I ran hosting providers back in the day.
Yeah.
BBN, GTE Internetworking, Genuity, Level 3. I worked at a bunch of different hosting providers. And Squarespace makes it so much easier than any other hosting provider I've ever worked with because you don't have to be a nerd. You can just drag your pictures in.
I've had a few different portfolio pages, and I never even shared them with people because I just found them to be shameful.
Yeah. I've had hosted portfolios before too that were not easy for a nerd like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if something goes wrong, Squarespace has technical support that usually gets back to you within an hour.
The Care Bear layer?
The Care Bear layer. They're right there for you.
I haven't had to use them, but I hear that they're good, that they get back to you pretty fast.
Yeah, and I did use them purely because of user error, but they didn't make me feel stupid about it or anything.
Wait a minute. So the nerd had some user error, but the noob just got through it just fine? I see how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you do tell people if I can do it, anyone can do it, except you can't do it.
The student has to pass the master.
So I guess if Tony can do it, anyone can do it.
All right, well, check them out. Squarespace.com/Tony and use the coupon code portfolio. You get your first 14 days free and you don't have to put a credit card in or anything. So you can just try it out. Just set up a portfolio. It's a great practice anyway. Yeah. And then if you decide to continue, use that coupon code portfolio and you'll get 10% off.
Sounds good.
But it starts out really inexpensive and the designs are fantastic and mobile friendly. You'll love it.
Okay, so our next one is Potomac.
Potomac?
No.
Potomac?
Potomac.
Potomac Digital Photography.
Okay, I see a goose. Welcome.
Okay, we don't see a pricing thing, so I'm going to assume this is an
hobby
amateur
page.
Yeah, just a hobby page.
This is Jon Howard.
These are, from the Readers Group.
I know Jon. Jon is a sweetie pie.
What do you want to check out first? Favorites?
Whatever is Jon's favorite is my favorite. Let's see that still life. That's nice. It's a nice still life.
That is nice. Beautiful light and well thought out.
I love that.
Though I kind of wish I could see, like, the legs of the table.
I don't.
Really? Feels like it's floating to me.
You're wrong.
Oh, what beautiful colors. Really nice goose.
Goose.
Cannon. This feels awful centered to me.
Yeah, I was thinking that you could use the rule of space a little bit.
Very nice little waterfall.
Oh my gosh, that's cute. Nice. Is that it?
Suddenly I was just confused because the watermark suddenly popped up and it wasn't in the other pictures. But
I saw it in another one. Aww. Those are his favorites. I kind of like the favorites category.
Yeah, it does feel very personal. Like that's just what he considers.
Yeah.
If I could only show 12 of my images to this world, it would be these. Okay.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
those.
Okay, and these are people. That's a good amount of pictures. It's not too many.
Yeah, I love that he's just limiting himself to 12 pictures in
Yeah.
there. Does he do that for all the categories?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. What a great rule. I love that it makes the design so easy.
Yeah, it makes it easier to look at too.
So we always suggest you start with your best picture and end with your second best. And just looking at thumbnails, I do think that this is the best picture. I might call this one the second best. This isn't a great thumbnail.
Yeah,
because his face got kind of cut off,
but it's a
it
nice
is
picture.
cute.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if their faces were a little closer together, but it looks like a candid picture.
You know, man.
Let's see what this naked guy is up to.
I think.
Is that John?
I don't know.
Why are you naked, John?
I feel like I know you too well. All right. I like that one. I think that. Oh.
Well, what's he standing in front of?
I think it's a
it's like a
vent.
hood for an oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's an unusual background, but I like his pose.
Oh, this one I think is the second best one.
Yeah, that was the one that I liked second best.
Yeah,
I think that's a
it's a
really
nice one.
nice kind of candid portrait.
Okay, let's go on animals.
Oh, look at this cute picture.
That's really cute. Oh
that's
my
so
gosh.
adorable. Dogs are great.
I see a lot of the same
Beautiful
dog though.
swan. A little uncomfortable crop there, but
Yeah.
beautiful picture.
I think that there are too many of the same dog because I think the second and third aren't the same one. Maybe the second and this picture are the same dog.
But look at this ugly dog. What's wrong with that animal?
That last picture of the squirrel, oh my gosh, that's so cute. That is the most obese squirrel I've ever seen. Like that squirrel needs an intervention. All right, scenery.
All right. Oh, okay. Some of these are repeats from the favorites, but that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
So it's nice that the pictures can be full screen and that we can kind of navigate through the full-size images when we open them up.
He cropped that the way we'd like it cropped that time.
Oh, he did. Yeah. All right. See, he learned just from the beginning of the review. You're fast, Jon Howard.
Whoa.
How'd you manage? He provided some
out.
kind of oldie processing on it too. Oh, that was Jon Howard who was naked earlier.
I did see him naked. I don't like. I really like Jon Howard, but that made me feel weird. He's been a shutterbug his whole life.
All right, I like that he's doing kind of spontaneous
He looks
work.
like a nice guy.
He doesn't have too much information. He has a picture of himself. Nicely done. And his email in case you wanted to buy his pictures or something. And look, he's got a blog with some posts in it.
Yeah,
Not
that's
just
cool.
the one post.
This is kind of neat because we're seeing our readers' lives. Oh my gosh, our names.
Whoa.
Wow, that's really nice. I was going to say it's interesting because I feel like our readers have so much insight into our lives, and then when we review their portfolios, we're seeing their lives, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's come full circle.
Oh, it's just full circle. Our paperback is $13.99. Oh, it's a really old one.
Yeah, this is the old version of it, but he just linked it on the page. Well, thanks for the plug, John, and
John,
great
I'm
portfolio.
totally into you. I'm kind of okay with seeing you naked now.
I don't know that we have any particular homework for John. No. I feel like for an enthusiastic portfolio as opposed to somebody who's trying to sell pictures, it's in
that was good.
A really good place. Not too many pictures at all. I love the design, nice and full screen.
And simple too.
Nicely done.
Clean. Yeah. His blog is up to date and he has quite a few entries. He nailed it.
Yeah. Good work, and we look forward to seeing more of your work. If you want to submit your own portfolio for review, send it over to tony@northrop.org. If you're a reader of Stunning Digital Photography, tell us. Make sure you've registered by sending in your receipt, and we'll put you at the top of the list. Non-readers can get reviewed too, but you go to the bottom of the list, and we've been pretty busy. But we do think that we'll be able to get to some non-reader portfolios pretty soon. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
Doesn't hurt to buy the book. You could learn something anyway.
It's like $8.
If you don't buy the book, we're just going to tell you your pictures are terrible and you should have bought the book. So
that's what I'm
save
gonna
yourself
do.
some heartache and pain.
Yeah, I'm not going to be nice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheapskate. Spend $8.
It's a
Mama needs another glass of wine.
$8 though. I don't know how they're gonna get the book for $8.
Is it $9?
Use the coupon code YouTube and
it's
buy it directly from our store at sdpcommunity.com, and you can get it for $9. It's only $10. The ebook part. But we have a paperback book too, which isn't too expensive.
I can't wait. I love reviewing these.
Yeah, check it out, and we look forward to seeing the rest of your portfolios. If you have any questions for us, just add a comment down below. Thanks so much.